There we go. Hey everyone, welcome to the first annual town hall, where we are going to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming programs that are coming up. Hi, my name is Steven Rodriguez. I'm one of the community leaders for different programs and events here in the region. There are many, many more of us. We all do different programs and events. This town hall is really a way for us to kind of connect with you, share some of the programs that are happening, but also to get your feedback. What's happening? What are some of the questions you have? And then how can we actually make these programs better for you, the ones we serve? So, recap of what's going to happen in this town hall. We have about 10 programs we want to talk to you about that are coming up for 2019. Then we are going to introduce 2 stakeholder community leaders that also do their own programs, targeting different aspects or events that you may be interested in. So stay tuned, and we're going to join in with them in a little bit. But let me just go over to my notes. And here we go. So what are some of the programs that are coming up for the Washington, D.C. region? Well, there's a few. So first and foremost, if you haven't heard about 1 Million Cups, that is a bi-weekly event where almost every 2 weeks, we invite 2 or 3 entrepreneurs to come talk about who they are, what they do, and then kind of share what are their struggles, what are the challenges that they're facing. And then with those challenges, the community that's there, we kind of crowdsource solutions. So it's like group therapy, but everybody's focus is, all right, the challenge is A, so how do we solve for that problem? And then you just watch everybody kind of give advice. I know a connection that had that problem, or if you want to get through this, maybe you should talk to so-and-so, or here's a resource, this program just came up that may be great for you to kind of tackle that problem. So 1 Million Cups is already a program that's happening. It started last year, run by the Kaufman Foundation and an amazing group of organizers here in the DC region, so check that out. Next program that we want to talk about is the 1863 Ventures program. So that is more of a business development program. So if you're already an entrepreneur, you already have a business, you have traction, check them out. They have different accelerator programs, or the Emerge program, pipeline program, which is coming up. So if you want to get into government contracting, it's an accelerator to kind of help you kind of get into that. So 1863 Ventures, another great program that you should be mindful of. And again, all these programs that I talked to you about, they will be linked down below in the comments later on, so be sure to check those out. Another program that's coming up we're very excited about is celebrating all the amazing entrepreneurs that are coming into the region. So Global Entrepreneurship Week is something that happens every November. It's celebrated all across the world. Almost 172 countries participate in this 1-week celebration across 7 days. It's going to be November 11th to the 17th this year. And it's going to be 7 days of events, programs, workshops. So for those who are interested in entrepreneurship, but more for those that are now have a business, but now they're getting stuck, how do I grow and accelerate my business? Lots of the programs and events are probably going to be tailored towards that. For those that are early stage, hey, I'm thinking about entrepreneurship, I want to be inspired, or I want to start and launch, and what are some of the ways to build sustainability for my startup? DC Startup Week is probably the better week for you, and that's in September. And we can share the dates later with you. Another program very quickly is going to be the National Entrepreneurship Week that's coming up. That's more this February, so February 16th to the 23rd, all digital. You get to see some of the programs and events online, workshops, learn about different resources, and also look at some of the amazing diverse entrepreneurs that we have in the arena. But that's National Entrepreneurship Week. Then, of course, the Techstars startup programs. Startup Week is one of those programs, but for those who say, hey, Steven, listen, I love entrepreneurship, but I don't have a framework. How do I find that? How do you help me kind of learn that? Startup Weekend is probably a better program for you. It's basically 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You go in, people pitch different ideas. Some of them make it to the final cut, and then you join a team. The whole point there is, hey, I have an idea, or I want to listen to ideas. Let me join a team, or lead my team if I get selected, and then let's build a startup in 54 hours. So it's a great way to learn the frameworks and get your mindset in that mode, whether you want to build a business or maybe you want to innovate within a company. Entrepreneurship is not just about building businesses. They're also about innovation within big organizations. And some of the other ones that are coming up, the Moving Forward series, lots of entrepreneurs over 2018 were saying, hey, I have a problem with A, B, and C. Lots of those challenges fall within thematic areas. We have identified 20 themes. And so this year what we're going to do is, in order to help entrepreneurs more, we're just going to do a You Ask, We Answer series. So every Sunday we're going to talk about, we're going to pick one of the challenges. We're going to answer the challenge, whether it's us or one of our experts from our partner network. And then that way the person gets their answer resolved, and others can learn from those answers. So every week we're going to be solving different challenges that you and other entrepreneurs kind of submit to us. But I think that's enough talking for me. Those are some of the awesome programs that are coming up. Any questions at all? I'm trying to see. Let's see. If there's any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. I know one of the ones is, hey, are any of these paid? They're not almost all of them are free. Some of them are paid. For example, Startup Weekend, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is paid, but 70% of that cost goes towards food. Straight out, we keep you fed so that you actually focus on building the startup. You don't get distracted on trying to find places to eat. So just a caveat there, but almost everything else, National Entrepreneurship Week in February, all free, all digital. DC Startup Week, Global Entrepreneurship Week, also, for the most part, they're all free. The whole point there is zero barriers. How do we remove obstacles for people to be able to also participate in entrepreneurship or join in that? So, any other questions? Startup Weekend, the next one that's happening, we're thinking probably late spring, early summer, or definitely into the fall. So stay tuned. We are trying to figure out with our organizers what's the best time in 2019 to hold the next one. All right. And how do I find my other questions? Right. Any other questions coming in, feel free to share. And then if not, then I guess we are going into our speaker series. So for those who don't know, we have a few speakers coming in. Hello, hello. Is this Kate?
Hello.
Hello, Kate.
Hi, this is Kate Marand.
Great. Let me just make sure you're on live. Awesome. So Kate, welcome to the show. Everybody, this is Kate Marianne Sinha from the Department for Small and Local Business Development. She is one of the amazing community stakeholders in the region that focuses on bringing different programs, events, initiatives to help small businesses and entrepreneurs. But Kate, thank you for joining us, for giving us your time. Just wanted to ask, what are some of the programs that are coming up and what can the community look forward to in 2019?
Oh, fantastic. Well, it's really exciting to be here and to chat with everyone. I think some of the programs that Stephen was talking about earlier, we were listening in via Facebook, Global Entrepreneurship Week, DC Startup Week. Those are some programs that we've been very happy to support in the past from DSLBD. Overall, DSLBD has tons of programs across the district. I'm going to talk today mostly about the Innovation and Equitable Development team that I work with here at DSLBD. And some of the things that we have right now, we just closed a round of DREAM grants, and these are grants for Ward 7 and 8 entrepreneurs. But coming up, we also have a Build a Dream session. Build a Dream is it's going to be a 20-hour training for free, available to anyone in the district, anyone who would like to come out as you're exploring entrepreneurship and looking at how to build up your networks. And so we'll be at the Francis Gregory Library, which is in Ward 7 on Thursday, starting on February 7th. And so that's every Thursday evening for 10 weeks. We're going to have a free Build a Dream training. Over 1,000 DC entrepreneurs have come out through that. And so we definitely welcome anyone else who would like to come out, whether you're an entrepreneur or if you're interested in training the trainers. So through Train the Trainers, this curriculum has been translated into Spanish, into ASL. It's being taught all across the district and some places internationally as well. So please feel free to come out to Build a Dream. We also are about to be starting our Aspire to Entrepreneurship program. If you've ever heard of Aspire to Entrepreneurship before, this is programming and support for returning citizens, individuals with a criminal record. We'll be starting that programming again. We're going to be starting something called Aspire Side Hustle in March, and that will be evening and weekend programming for anyone who'd like to come out and explore either business development or acceleration. We have our Made in DC program, which we invite you to follow us at This Is Made in DC on the Instagram at This Is Made in DC. We have a lot of fun with that, and if you would like to certify your products as being made in DC, you can use the logo and become part of that program. Some of the other things that we have going on, we have some grants available for healthy food, available in certain districts across DC, and then we also have a grant available for living wage. And so living wage certification is a new program to support businesses that are paying a living wage. And so if you're interested in running a program like that, check out our website. There's a ton else that's going on. If you're interested in contracting procurement support, if you're interested in loan support, or if you're interested in just interfacing with technical assistance, we work with the DC SBDC and we provide support through 202 Creates. Please feel free to look us up either at the 202 Creates co-working days on Tuesdays or just by calling DSLBD and asking for Kate.
Awesome. That is a lot of information. Thank you so much. And I know some of your colleagues are posting some of the links. So that is...
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
And then...
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to let you know, I also have Connell Wise, who I know is going to talk with you a little bit later here in the office with me. So at any point in time that you'd love to add Connell in, I'm happy to hand over the microphone.
Nice. And Kate, for all the listeners, if they want to learn more about some of this information, how do they contact DSLBD? How do they get more involved? Well, what's the best resource for them?
So one way is to see DSLBD's website. DSLBD is a DC government agency, so our services are free to all small and local businesses that are here in the district and aspiring entrepreneurs. So our website, because it's a long acronym, our website is www.dslbd.dc.gov. It's an easy first way to start. You can also Google DC Business Toolkit. Again, that is DC Business Toolkit. Our phone number is 202-727-3900. As we mentioned, my team is down at the 202 Creates office space on Tuesdays. 202 Creates is in Navy Yard. That's at 200 I Street Southeast. We are typically there from 10 to 2. 202 Creates supports all creative entrepreneurs. You can also find us on Instagram. And so if you are direct messaging in the Instagram, you're going to be talking to me, and that is at This Is Made in DC on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. And Kate, anything that the community can do for you, because it's always about give and take. So how can we be supportive of everything that you're doing and everything DC government is doing?
Well, we are definitely here to support you, but it's always great to hear feedback on how services can be helpful, and not just hearing feedback ourselves, but we always encourage small and local businesses to recognize that you are both members of our community, but also leaders in your community. Definitely be speaking to all members of government about your needs and what you need. Whether that's program staff like myself, whether that's appointed leadership like the director of DSLBD, Christy Whitfield, or your elected representatives.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kate. Any last words?
I would just say that, this is an entrepreneurial moment in DC. I've been working at DSLBD for about 4 years, and the energy just continues to build here. It's an amazing time to think about opening a business. It's a great time to connect with other resources. Just the number of people in the community who want to help build businesses, who want to be part of that. There are free events across the district all of the time, run by all sorts of different people. Just show up at a free event, start talking to people, start networking, and, the first business idea might not be the one that you stick with. Keep at it and keep building and keep meeting more people. All right. Have a great one.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kate. We really appreciate your time, and thank you so much again for all the resources that you provide to the entrepreneurs.
Okay. I'm going to turn it over to Connell Wise.
Hey, Steven. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties, but, good thing I was in the same boat with Kate, so I just came on up.
Hey. Well, welcome, Connell. Definitely love some of the stuff that you're doing, and you focus a little bit more on the international piece. So love to hear some of the programs that are happening. Can you share what's happening with Connell Wise and Associates and some of the other amazing programs that you have going on?
Yeah, so briefly, to basically let you know what my firm does is basically Conowise and Associates. We're an international equitable economic development firm. I know that's a mouthful, but basically, what we do is we work with communities of color, persons who come from underrepresented communities, persons with disabilities, LGBTQ plus, veterans, you name it. We work with the person who's typically considered in the at-risk populations, so also opportunity youth. And basically what we do is we help expand economic opportunities for low-income and those at-risk communities by help dismantling the barriers to entry to a equitable pathway to the middle class. And what that basically means is that a person who wants to become a business owner may have the money to be a business owner, but they may have mental health illness. That if they got counseling, they would be 100% at capacity, but they don't know how to find a counselor. Or they may have a lack of access to capital. Or they may be a veteran, don't know they're a veteran, and then now that they start a business, they're eligible for veteran benefits and getting a certification, veteran-owned enterprise. We're sort of like social workers for business owners, but we also do the international space where that we help do a lot of customs brokering and helping people do business in Asia. So a heavy part of our focus is helping Asian companies come to the U.S. and companies who want to do business in Asia, and also do some work as well. We do a lot, so I try to push it into maybe a very couple of few seconds. As Steven knows, we're always launching something new at our company. We just launched the WISE Institute, which is an online learning platform where a person can earn certification over 280 different fields. We did this in partnership with Ed2Go, a great educational tech company here in America.
Awesome stuff. And for the Wise and Associates, for the Educational Institute, is that free, or how does that work, and what's the address?
Yeah, so with the Wise Institute, it's not free, but we do offer financial aid through the program. So we have two models. We have our fundamental courses, which are $150 to no more than $200 usually, where people can take individual courses in like grant writing, nonprofit management, contract and procurement, how to become a freight trucker, you name it. We probably have a certification in it. Are more education. That being said, those are usually 6 to 18-month courses. They're self-paced, they're industry recognized in high demand fields such as IT or healthcare, and they lead to certification within the industry. So some of those programs are like project management, Network Plus, cybersecurity, video game design, Six Sigma. We're always adding new programs to that. That is, we do have a financial aid based system, and then if you also have a disability or a veteran, there's other government funded opportunities where it won't come at any cost to you. So we could potentially just get you a scholarship that way, and we'll help you go through the motions to help get that approval from those agencies. Just like our firm, our company specializes in basically a sliding scale model where you achieve what you need. Sometimes you may not have the funds to do it, so we're here to also help you find those funds as well.
No, awesome, and love the whole certification piece. I think you're targeting some needed industries that we're gonna need to fill jobs for, and so this is just a great initiative all around.
Yes. And then we just launched a new nonprofit under our company too, as well, and I would love to share that with you today too. So it's Steve, you know a little bit more about it than other people do, but we have the International Council for Trade and Development, which is our NGO arm that we're working with that basically is gearing up to promote any positive legislation around international trade and making it more accessible for small businesses. So basically in that space, we're definitely trying to gear up and help people be able to become exporters and importers, because a lot of people don't understand when they start a website or create an app, you're already an exporter. So we're trying to help people now get that mind frame is now that your website or even your app is now available to the world, we need to get you on par with becoming an exporter and tapping into those new markets that you may not realize that you're already in. And so became an international seller. But a lot of people don't realize that, the world is more and more interconnected than
Right.
we thought before.
And as we look to grow and scale our business, we definitely want to think beyond just DC and how do we get more customers beyond that. And then there's a whole wide world out there. Right? You want to grow and accelerate into the 2 million, 5 million annual revenue, you need to tap into a huge community beyond just DC for that. So
Exactly. And a lot of international markets will actually pay more for your services too than domestic markets, which, I never thought about expanding operations to Africa and China. And then one day, when some graduate students that I went to school with said, "Hey, Dr. Wise, we know that you do some work in America. We want to have," and it exploded. I thought it maybe was going to be a one-time thing, and now it accounts for 20% of my company business every year.
Nice. And and I've seen the same thing where I'm in Bogota, Colombia currently, and lots of people say, "Oh my God, you're American. Can we talk to you? What do you provide?" And so for some reason, the American appeal makes you a lot more competitive in outside markets. Very surprised about that. Just learning it firsthand.
Yeah.
Awesome. I know right now we put in your link for wiseassociates.com in the chat below. Any final words? What can we do for you, Connell, as entrepreneurs, as the community to support you and what you're doing?
Yeah. So basically what I'm doing is just word of mouth. A lot of stuff that we do is we connect people to access to capital with no credit checks, no collateral, up to $1,000 through our partners. To mentorship. We connect people to educational opportunities. We do government, not lobbying, but government advocacy work. So we do a lot. So basically, it's out there is having entrepreneurs that we can work with who are willing to be thought leaders or sit on different thought boards for us can go a long way. And also having partner with us so we can offer our low bono programming throughout the district, throughout the DMV is our mission and what we want to do. And we're not a nonprofit, but we're B Corp. So we heavily believe in reinvesting in the community that, we get business from.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Connell. We really appreciate this, your time and all the work that you're doing, and can't wait to see what 2019, how it shakes out.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Connell. All right, and that concludes this town hall. As you know, there are lots of different programs and events that you can join. If anything, the one thing I can tell you is this. Go to an event and start participating. That's how you join the entrepreneurship community. There is no one event. That's the best one. So just go, start networking, and little by little, you'll start to see what makes sense for you, what's good for your idea or your business or wherever you're at in the entrepreneurial journey. Some of the programs here we're going to link down below. The next town hall is going to be February 20th. It's going to be at the same time. We'll put more information in the link down below. And of course, if you're a member of the DMV Startup Facebook group, you'll always get access to the resources and when the next live feeds and town halls are. So thank you again to our amazing speakers, the community leaders who bring these programs to you to help entrepreneurship thrive in the Washington, D.C. region. Thank you to Connell Wise and Catherine Marion Sinha. And again, thank you for pursuing entrepreneurship and seeing if it's right for you. And if it is, kudos to you, because entrepreneurship is not easy. Just stay the course, keep on grinding, and slowly but surely you'll find the success you want to see. So one last moment. Thank you again for joining us in our first regional town hall. Any questions we didn't get to, we'll answer afterwards. So anything comes to mind, pop it in the comments down below or just ask it in the DMV Startup Facebook group. Thank you so much. Love your faces, and we'll see you next month.